Sunshine State Broadcasting presents Battle on the Island.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Welcome back, everyone. Final game here at the Battle on the Island tournament. Andrew Jackson taking on Lake Highland Prep. BP here along with you in the SSB crew, and we will be joined in just a moment as soon as he finds a landing spot here by head coach Travis Chandler from Fleming Island High School.
Final game of the 2024 Battle on the Island. The gold
Has plenty of insight to offer us tonight with this Andrew Jackson team.
The visiting team tonight are the Highlanders from Lake Highland Prep.
Coach, good to have you on the broadcast with us tonight.
Good to be here.
Number one, Vic Hagopian.
Turn down just a little bit there.
Number two,
Coach Haywood a little bit more soft-spoken, had to bring it up for him for a little bit there. So,
I understand.
Number 12.
Coach, you've got some insight on this Andrew Jackson team, having faced them earlier in the tournament. They move fast.
Very fast. I definitely know by experience. I had to go 2 rounds with these guys, and definitely a tough one. But they move fast on defense. It can be a span of 2 minutes, and they can make a big run. So you got to watch out for these guys. You got to take care of the basketball if you want to have a chance at winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Lake Highland Prep, a little bit different style. They play a little bit more perimeter. They had a lot of luck against Ponte Vedra. It was a very tall team, very much a post-oriented team. But Lake Highland backed off and found that corner and that sweet spot, started shooting like crazy, and put the Sharks at bay. So, of course, you guys wrapped up a game against Ponte Vedra in 3rd place. So it's a similar insight across the board here from facing those two teams. But, if you're playing Jackson tonight, what does Lake Highland have to do other than try to put a stop to them, really slow them up?
I think put points on the board. I think if you get those opportunities, and they're a great shooting basketball team, Lake Highland Prep is. So, if they get a chance to nail some of those 3-point shots, I think that'll help them down the stretch in regards to taking care of the basketball as well.
Absolutely. So, Jackson, one of the best teams in North Florida, highly regarded here locally. Went toe-to-toe with Fleming Island in the Fortegra Invitational. He didn't walk away with any hardware there. Got the grudge match taken care of. Tonight, they're trying to see if they can walk away with hardware tonight. Tavion Lawson jumping center for the Tigers. Michael Dueme doing the same for Lake Highland. Dueme is also a key part of this Lake Highland offense. If they can find him down low and get those easy buckets, that will also help them as well. But the danger is playing in transition with Jackson. Sessionero going over to Lake Highland. Jackson starts it off, and we've already got a call. We got a clock issue here, so.
A lot of anticipation for this game here.
Yes, no, definitely an exciting game, anticipated. Last night, Jackson had their cheerleaders with him. They didn't bring him tonight. And he's going to go backcourt violation. Can't take that second step too far. Turnover.
I had an old coach tell me one time, a big basketball game, championship games, nerves are going and the blood's pumping, and, but after the first minute or two, everything comes back down to normal,
Right. Blood pressure comes down. Coach is not yelling at you as loud. Turn it right back over here. Well, and as a coach, this is the 8th time that Fleming Island has hosted this. What kind of long-term benefit to your season do these in-season tournaments have? You're not quite into the heart of your district schedule yet. How does this get you ready for those difficult moments as the season winds down? You start looking towards district tournaments.
I think everyone realizes, this is a good basket there. I think everyone realizes that in order to win the state championship, you got to win back-to-back. You got to win 2 days in a row. So having these events and these tournaments in season, it allows you to get a chance to play 3 consecutive games, and you get a feel for the type of shape you got to be in, the type of depth you got to have, and it's important. I think it's important to have these type of tournaments.
Dueme gives it up there. Lake Highland, ooh, blocked. Jackson will attack the basketball and do so cleanly. They don't foul very much unless it's a foul of over pursuit. Rebound, good box out there. That's Hagopian. RJ Ingram also in key part. Madweme kicks it out there, can't get the roll. Shiva Atwal tries the rebound. He'll get fouled on the loose ball.
You know, Jackson's so athletic. You know, it's going to be key for Lake Highland to make sure they box out and give them one opportunity on the offensive end.
So they're going to say the ball was bounced off the baseline there, so Lake Highland will bring it back in from underneath. Atwal up top, rotates, kicks it out. There's Ingram. Three ball, a little strong. They boxed out just like Coach said. Ingram comes around. Madweme comes from up top. There goes Atwal. Shot good.
That's what they do well. They shoot that three ball.
Atwal was relatively quiet on the three-point game. It was more Ingram than anything else. Also, he had Hagopian jumping into that, so. Shot on the outside. Jackson with an answer. No good. Box out. Madweme power move, one-handed. Hagopian. And they'll rotate around. Good head fake. Atwal will come to the foul line, give it up. Hagopian thought about it, and they'll start again. Madweme shoves the guy off, says, get off me. Atwal puts the ball on the court. Ingram will now rotate. Got to play patient with this Jackson team.
One thing I'm interested to see is Jackson's defense against Lake Highland's offense. They run their offense so efficiently. They move the ball well.
Nice pass by Ingram. Three ball. Too strong, don't get a board. Jackson run is the name of their offense. They do not let up.
They've got a blistering pace. We know that from experience.
Everything they do is a fast break almost. Wilson, the 6'2 senior, he'll handle the point guard duties tonight. That's Jahari Simmons. Hard drive and kick out. They're going to say walked. No, they're going to call a foul. I thought he might have took a step too many. A foul on Robert Oscarson, his first team foul.
I think the paint touches are such a big part of Jackson's offense. You know, if they attack that paint, they get you in a world of trouble.
On the inbounds, Tavian Lawson. 3-4 now. Just under 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Championship game, final game of the tournament. Lake Highland Prep working that offense, trying to stay patient, but they have turned up the pace. Ingram, no contact, gets his own putback.
Good follow, way to stay with it.
Saw a little spark of movement there from Lake Highland, a little up-tempo. Passes out. Shot up, just off, no box out. Ingram gets it. Whoops, nope, blows the handle. Simmons pulls up. He was doing a lot of that floating last night against Fleming Island. No dice there.
If Jackson's going to win this game, he needs Simmons to play well tonight.
Atwal misses the long ball. Here we go. Reverse. Oh. Just like you draw it up, right?
And that's the thing, you know, if Jackson comes in transition, I think that causes problems for any opponent they're playing against. You know, you've got to take away that transition, meaning you got to take care of the basketball and not turn it over, which leads to transition points.
Foul on Ingram. That's his second team foul. Jaden Williams will go to the line. He'll shoot for the three-point play. I also get the impression that Jackson just comes out and they play like they're playing schoolyard basketball. You know, there's just a lot of freewheeling and, you know, there's a certain amount of independence that I think their coach gives them over there. They just, you know, play loose. You know, it's just like, hey, we're just out with the boys, you know, shooting ball. That's all. And
some teams thrive in that as long as they're making the right play, you know. I think it works for some teams, especially a team like Jackson.
Definitely got that flavor of, hey, we're just out here playing ball, man. It's not as uptight as you think it is. You know,
correct.
Stay loose.
Simmons is still trying to find the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, a little quiet there for him. That's unusual. He was shooting that like crazy on Friday night. Ingram. Big body there. He packs off a little bit. Rotating around. Madueme. Good pass down low. Nice. Good follow.
And that's what Lake Highland Prep does well, man. They move the ball. They share the ball. You know, when they're doing that, they're tough to beat.
Very efficient passing on that one.
Oh,
7-6 now. Simmons. Try that corner. Didn't see what they like. Wilson now. Matched up with Nimari Collins. They'll pass it cross court. Simmons will give it back to the stands.
Lake Highland real active on defense. They're using their hands. They're getting deflections.
Moving to the ball as well. You know, just did a lot of that last night against Ponte Vedra in the semis. Madueme usually doesn't come this far out, but he's challenging up front. Quick dribble drive. And Simmons backs off. Doesn't see what he likes. Retreats. To the corner. Here we go. No good. Outboxed on that one. Ingram on the full court pressure. Jackson wins that battle.
Both teams playing extremely hard. This is going to make for a great championship game tonight.
Sure has been a lot more exciting to watch than some of these college football playoff games, let me tell you. I turned off the SMU Penn State game after the second pick six.
I know. Definitely some blowouts in those bowl games, right?
Yes. Call the foul on Collins. That's his first third-team foul. So to the line, Tavion Lawson. Good shot. And something else I've seen throughout the duration of our time here at the tournament is free throw shooting has been fairly consistent. You know, not a lot of misses. You know, the basketball players often get criticized for their foul shooting right now because it's supposedly the easiest thing to do in basketball. But, you know, we've seen a lot of good shooting here from the charity stripe. Nice pass around the pressure there. Oliver Berman up top with Oscarson. Now continue that rotation. 3-ball. Oscarson didn't locate that one very well.
I'm curious to see which team is going to put together that first run to kind of get some separation here.
Everybody kind of back and forth right now, not really seeing much of an opening. Everybody toe-to-toe right now in this first quarter. Kind of how you want it. Feel everybody out. Working the corner. Come to the other side. Lawson gives it back up to Wilson. Trying to set a screen. Comes to the lane, kicks out. Simmons, head fake. Pulls in front of the three-point line. No good. Atwell with a rebound. In traffic, gives it up. Moving quickly on the break now. Oscarson. They'll play keep away. Oscarson driving with the left hand. Very good. Just how you draw it up. We're nice and simple. Under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Jahari Simmons now bringing things up.
I said sometimes in these championship games, your best players are going to have to make plays. Defense is going to be tough. Offense is going to break down. The best players have got to make the plays.
Under 40 to play in this first. Simmons trying to get a dish up there. Head fake. Finger rolls it in. Nicely done. Long and strong was David Wilson.
Good drive. David Wilson's the playmaker.
20 seconds left to go here in the first. Oscarson up near half court. Gives it down to Grayson Jones, who's checked in. Atwell. And I think they're going to call a foul on the floor here. Foul called on Tayshawn Thomas. That's his first team foul. That's something else that Jackson does pretty well too. Is they play fast and aggressive, but they don't foul very much. They're not over committing to the defensive plays there.
And sometimes that's hard to teach, man. When you're pressuring full court, you know, you want to teach kids to play aggressive without fouling. If you can do that, you can win.
We're going to call the travel there. on Oscarson, a little slide step too many. Yeah, no, very disciplined defense is Andrew Jackson. They really, they play in your face, but it's not enough to get that contact, and they, have good eye discipline as well, knowing where everybody is. Ooh, that was a interesting pick at the half-court line. Last shot here to end it, no good. Wow, round one of this game went pretty much as advertised, 9-9 here in the first quarter. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, catch our breath and have this second quarter of action. You're watching the Gold Championship Division game right here on the Battle on the Island. It's Hoops on SSB. We'll be right back.
Sunshine State Broadcasting presents Battle on the Island.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Welcome back, everybody. Battle on the Island tournament. Final game here from the Nest. It's been a long couple of days for everybody, I'm sure, but after this is all wrapped up, it's time for winter break.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to go home and get some sleep after these 3 days. I feel like I've been living in the gym.
I've noticed that Travis Cunningham is not here. I have not seen him for a little while. He may have gone home and done the same. Well, he's got Braden in town, too, up from FAU, so winter break for his Fleming Island alumni coming into town. They're all enjoying the holidays.
Absolutely.
Happier with us tonight for this crowning championship game. Back to work, Jahari Simmons tries to go behind the back, almost lost it. Wilson now up top. Spins around, looking for a way to penetrate the lane. Floats it in, no good. Boy, Jackson just can't get those buckets to fall. That one does.
There it is.
Carenzis Denard checks into the game. He checks into the scorebook.
These half-court defenses are going to be tough in this championship game.
There we go. First turnover. No. I was going to say double dribbled. That's unfortunate. A clean steal and a pass to the lane.
I think on both sides, when the offense breaks down, you're going to have guys have to get easy baskets on offensive putbacks and scrappy points.
Atwell passes to Madweme. It's lost. Fast break now, too strong.
Both teams been a little sloppy with the basketball.
That's got to drive you crazy as a coach sometimes when you see just errors of fundamental mistake. So how in the world are you going to throw that ball? Know where your guy is.
And even as a coach, there are going to be mistakes and turnovers. You want to try to minimize them as little as possible.
Play the old switcheroo here. Ingram trying to set up something for Oscarson so he could shoot on the outside. Didn't see it. Ingram trying to get everybody to pull up. Atwell from around about the elbow, kicks it back to Oscarson, rotates. Oh, wow. Good steal by Simmons. That was a cut to the lane and a score, and Simmons robbed him blind. And then he loses the ball, and they'll turn it over to Lake Highland. What an odd series this has been.
That's the thing against Jackson's defense. That was a great backdoor cut, and so when you think you got an easy basket, boom, they've got another steal.
Just swiped it. And they have such quick hands, too, that watching some of the steals that they've made, just fast, almost cat-like reflexes, stabbing at balls, and they're all clean, too. Nothing committed a foul there. Atwell loses the handle there, but it's picked up by Hagopian. Madweme. This is it out. R.J. Ingram trying to use his body. That's how you do it, but no good on the shot there. Wilson. Over to Jackson. Quick stab at the ball, no foul. Trying to set up a screen, didn't. Simmons pulls it up. And he is just cold right now, ice cold. That's normally a bucket he makes.
And I think, once he sees the ball go through the net that one time, that's all it takes for him.
Question is, how long is that going to take? Lithuania power move to the hole. Can't get it off the glass. Nobody to help him rebound. Jackson cleans up the board. They'll move. Again, speed kills with these kids.
Jackson's doing a very good job of limiting them to one opportunity on the offensive end. One shot, and they're cleaning up the rebound.
Coach Shemwell trying to say, give it up. Foul on Denard. That's his first team foul in the quarter. Called it offensive. Conversation between Coach Shemwell and David Wilson was about how he hadn't given up the ball, had an opportunity to pass it away, and ended up with the offensive foul instead. That one's a long pass to the student section.
Unforced turnover.
Yeah, can't have too many more of those against Jackson. They will capitalize on all of that.
Correct. This is a team that thrives on forcing a lot of turnovers.
Timeout on the floor. Lake Highland takes their first 30-second timeout. Comes at 4:39 in the second quarter.
The course of this 3-day tournament is such a grind. You can start seeing the fatigue in certain teams, but these guys are giving everything they got. They're pushing, trying to get this championship win. It's going to be important to take care of that basketball.
Yeah, and then like you were saying earlier, this is definitely a fire to temper your team in and get them used to winning those back-to-back games and, into a tournament mentality because, as we get into the January part of the season, district schedules start winding down and those district tournaments start looming at that point. And, from there, you're a straight grind in the postseason when you get into that and regionals and got to get used to this. And
absolutely.
What these are used for. 3-ball, beautiful shot. Justin Jackson from downtown. 14-9.
And this is what I talked about, trying to see which team is going to create that separation first. Make that run.
A lot of pressure from Jackson, wide open. Here's a 3 to answer. Good.
Good pass, way to beat the press. Good cross-court pass.
Just like that, it's back to a 2-point game. Trying to set up that screen and go. In the corner. Coach Shemwell telling them, don't force it, slow it down. Wait for it. Lake Highland's playing patient. And that's what they did. They forced that one, and it got turned over. And a foul. Good hard foul, though. Lamar Collins driving to the hole, and he'll get contact.
That's just such a good example of that play right there, how hard it is to score on Jackson. Even when you think you got a fast break, you got to earn it from the strike. Nothing easy.
Foul called on Justin Jackson. That's his second team foul. So to the line is Collins, the 6'4" freshman. Checking back into the game now, Robert Oscarson. He'll give Nick Hagopian a spell. Coach Ben Fratrick, he's a trip to talk to. Talked to him last night after the game and said his players, as a tradition over at Lake Highland, they go get milkshakes after a game. I wonder if there's going to be anything open late out on the island that they can go get some milkshakes if they take this one.
I like it.
You learn some fun traditions from teams that come up to these tournaments. And up.
Got an offensive foul there.
That's Denard. That's his second personal. That foul away from the ball.
Talking to Coach Fratrick myself, this goal bracket, he's talking about how loaded it was, and some good team is going to leave here 0-3 this weekend.
Yeah,
you know?
it's and you know what? And it's so hard when you have such a stacked bracket like that to have a team that just goes 0-3. But it's not a reflection of what they are as a team. They're that good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Coach Fratchrook is also talking about the importance of playing a team like Jackson in Class 3A, especially staying in class right now, because this could be a potential postseason matchup if things go the right way.
Correct.
Way outside, no good. Rebound, Simmons. Simmons has been cold this quarter. Floater, good. Justin Jackson's heating up. 16-12 now.
Jackson starting to give Jackson a push.
Mtweme doesn't bring the ball up very much, but kick it out. Shiva Adwal outside. There's Ingram. Nice. What a stroke.
It's a big
16-15. Yeah, what a beautiful shot.
Big shot, big shot. Not allowing Jackson to get away.
Kicks it down low. Got it in the post. Off the glass. Send that to the bank every time. 18-15 now. Lake Highland just down 3. Mtweme kicks it out. Atwal will take another 3. That's good.
They've got to cover that three-point line.
Straight on till Sunday. 18-18. Atwal heating up a little.
Even when Simmons isn't scoring points, Jackson's got guys who can step up and carry the load offensively, and that's what's happening right now.
Simmons trying around again, and it loses the handle. And Simmons is just not having the greatest game tonight. Ingram, what a move. Beautiful body control, twirls that around, 20-18. Ingram's only a junior, and he's been a special player in this tournament.
Absolutely. He's had a great 3 days.
Oh, just missed Justin Jackson. Nice touch, though. Atwal on his own with Jackson. And sometimes when it's falling, it's just falling.
It's a tough shot. Lake Highland has put together a run for themselves.
And that's what you were talking about. See who can separate here. A minute to go in the half. 22-18 our score. Loses it again. That's going to hit on the sidelines, but stay with Jackson. Subs coming in right now. Got Jacoby Allen. It's his first trip into the game. David Wilson will check back in. On the side there for Andrew Jackson. Brings it back in. Drive to that right side, off the foot.
Another turnover for Jackson.
Far too many for them. Whoop, he gives it right back. Speaking of which, and they're going to turn it right back over. The fortunate thing for Jackson right now is that when the turnovers have come, they've been immediately followed by a turnover in the other direction. So they're kind of a wash right now, but I'm sure Coach Byron Shemwell doesn't want to see any of that at all.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that's the pace that they play at, and so it's about the other team forcing the other team into more turnovers.
Shiva Atwal coming around. Ingram back up top, trying to pull the defense upward. 20 seconds here to go. It looks like they're going to try to wind things down for a final shot. Atwal in the corner. Ingram looks at it, drives in. Another good pass. Atwal, head fake. Finds Ingram again. Ingram from downtown. That's a little strong. Rebound Jackson. Last seconds here. Got to see if they can set up for a shot. And they get a foul with, a turnover with .5. Lake Highland will get the ball, and it'll pretty much be a touch and run it out here. And that's what they do. You're not going to get that off at all. So our halftime score, Lake Highland Prep, impressive this first half. 22-18 our score. We'll take a halftime break and come back for this final half of the Battle on the Island tournament. You're watching Hoops on SSB. It's BP alongside head coach Travis Chandler from Fleming Island, and we'll be back after this.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
All right, we're back. Third quarter just about to start. Had to wait for them to finish playing Michael Jackson here. Coach Travis Chandler over here spinning the tunes for us there. A little old school for the night. Had to wait for MJ to come off, lest YouTube laugh at me and give me a copyright strike.
Great jams.
Absolutely. Saturday night. It's gorgeous outside. Nice and cool. Feels like Christmas. Lake Highland back to work here with a 4-point lead.
They built some momentum coming out of that first half. Great finish to the half for Lake Highland Prep.
Feeds it in. Nice pass.
That's a beautiful play. Beautiful play. Those backdoor cuts.
Slams it shut there. 24-18 now.
Jackson's got to get a run going and counter what Lake Highland Prep is doing right now.
Have been spotty. Jahari Simmons is normally very reliable for them. He's been ice cold tonight. They've had folks step up and score. Justin Jackson's been one of them. Blocked. Ingram. Slows up and got some help. Here's Atwell again. No, just a little off. Whoa. Simmons is just not having the best night here. Let's see if he can settle down here. Once he gets hot, though, just forget about it. Just needs one. Oh, man.
But what I love about it, he's still impacting the game on the defensive end. He's got 2 or 3 steals, and, he's still working hard on the defensive end on the floor.
It's what you got to do as a basketball player. Where you're lacking in one area, you got to pick it up in another, and defense is always helpful.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Defense wins championships, that's for sure. Ingram, no good. Rebound right there. Terrell Mosley, he's another player on the Jackson roster that was phenomenal in that game on Friday night.
Absolutely.
Super impactful there.
He was. Unfortunately, I was on the other end of that.
Yeah. Not the impact you were looking for. Ooh, another floater. Well, I think Jackson's frenetic pace is working against them here. Nice pass, loose ball. Ingram will just lay it in. And a smart play right there just to take the lay-in and not go for the showboat.
Again, Jackson needs a basket right now. They've got to do something to counter this run that Lake Highland Prep is building on coming out of the first half.
Simmons. Crossover dribble. Here he goes. There he goes. Finally buries a 3. Timeout called by Jackson. That stops the run. 26-21. Jahari Simmons finally strikes one in from downtown. And he needed that for his confidence. 30-second timeout there called by the Tigers.
And I'm a fan of his. I think he is that good of a player to where even if he hasn't seen the ball going to the basket, he's capable of hitting big shots when you need it the most.
And he's got great hair too. I mean, just
that I agree.
Gotta love the Afro puff with the hair and stuff like that. That's throwback.
Oh yeah.
That kind of brings you back to the 70s. Some of the ABA days and stuff like that. I like it when the kids recognize that, even if they don't know it intrinsically. They're like, hey man, this is an old school look. I like it. The ABA is still a thing in its newer form, or semi-pro league. They still use the fun ball too.
Oh yeah.
Lake Highland Prep back to work here. Pass down to the corner. Little dish down to the low post. Turns around. Ingram. Wow, power move. And one.
He's having a phenomenal basketball game for Lake Highland Prep.
Call a foul on Wilson. That's his first team foul. Yeah, Ingram has had one heck of a tournament. He's having himself a night tonight, that's for sure. Checking in for the Tigers, Tayshawn Thomas. Jaden Williams will take a seat there. Thomas getting some quality time off the bench this tournament. Ingram buries that, 29-21. The lead is extended now to 8. Almost an errant pass there. Another one. Oh, no. They're going to say he kicked that himself. So they'll retain possession. Nope. Hold on. Substitution's not signaled in yet, so they'll make him sit a minute.
You see Lake Highland Prep with that 2-2-1 just to slow Jackson down.
Gotta watch those hand checks. Tipped. And almost. I could see the presence of mind there to bounce it off the Highlander player there to keep possession, but one bounce too many.
You know, this has been one heck of a stretch for Lake Highland Prep. You start out the tournament against a really tough Reebok team. You're edging by 3. Then you run into a Ponte Vedra team who's very well coached, been to the Final Four the last 2 years, you know, and you edge them by 6, and here you are in a dogfight with Jackson.
Yeah, and that Reebok team is no joke, too. So that was a huge win for Lake Highland Prep in this tournament.
Absolutely. They could have very well been on the other side of the bracket and been in this championship game.
Very much so.
What a
very much so.
Tough goal bracket.
There's Atwell again from long distance, only 2 this time. Yeah, both Reebok teams actually played very well in this tournament. There's Simmons again, too strong. Rebound comes in, recovered by Jackson. They'll get another shot at it. Nope, turned over. Berman now grabs that. That's going to be a lay-in. Here goes Ingram. Oh, he gets the roll.
Lake Highland's building a big run right here. The momentum is really shifting.
This is what you were talking about, that separation now.
Absolutely.
Came out slinging in the half. Good follow. They're going to get a shot and one. 33-21 now. Foul on Hagopian. That's his first team foul of the quarter.
You know, one thing that's hard to defend with Lake Highland Prep, they really cut hard. They run their sets hard. They're not jogging. The quick cuts, the backdoor cuts. If you fall asleep, they'll get you.
A lot of hustle in this team.
Absolutely.
And they seem to play to their opponent. Not so much over pursuit, but like last night against Ponte Vedra, they played more patient. They knew that they weren't as aggressive, not a lot of the full court pressure. Tonight, they're playing to Jackson, playing up, but not playing so far that, you know, they're, in a sense, almost punching up their weight class a little bit. They know that they're going to get run on. They know that there's going to be a lot of transition basketball. But so far, they're playing very patiently with it.
And sometimes you got to adjust, man. Jackson makes you play that pace.
Head fake. Drive to the lane. No good. Try to get a putback. Jackson holds the rebound in. Almost loses that. Pass up top. About a 25-footer. No good. They'll get a rebound, though. Here comes Simmons. He'll float it. Can't get it. Mdweme gets it. Shot on the outside, too strong. Loose ball. Fighting for it. Jackson will pop it loose. Tigers on the move. Simmons in the lane, has it knocked away from him. They'll keep it down low with Jackson.
This pace is definitely still fast. You see guys starting to put hands on the knees. Both teams are getting after it.
Wilson. No good. Atwell.
Lake Highland is actually defending well in half court on defense. They're doing a good job and limiting Jackson in one shot coming out in the second half.
Not buying into the Jackson pressure at half court themselves on offense. Under 2 minutes to go.
Good job out of Jackson defense.
Atwell puts the left hand down. Pass intercepted. Simmons on the move, looking for some help. Pulls it up from the free throw line. Can't get the roll. Another good look, just gravity not working there.
Yeah, he's having a tough shooting night tonight.
And they're going to pop that on the sidelines, turn over to the Tigers. .120 and counting here in the third. Jackson down 9. Continuing their rotation, pops up from 3. Rolls in and out with Waymay with a rebound. Moving fast, got a pass, it's a little strong. Subs coming in for Lake Highland. Grayson Jones checks in, RJ Ingram checks back in. Oliver Berman will take a seat, and they'll give Oscarson a spell.
Again, the second half, Lake Highland, Jackson shoots, they miss, they clean it up, one shot opportunity. That's been huge in the second half.
Yeah, not a lot of second chance possessions for the Tigers in their own goal. Simmons, good move. Almost fight for the rebound, they're gonna say jump ball. And that'll stay with Jackson.
Simmons is having a tough night shooting the basketball.
48.2 seconds left to go in the third. Simmons will give the inbound pass in. Finds his outlet. Wilson. Crossover dribble. And they're going to say a 5-second violation. Haven't seen one of those in quite some time.
At least not from this team.
No, not at all from Jackson. Coming up on 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lake Highland Prep staying on top of Jackson right now, trying to win that championship. Good ball movement by the Highlanders. Wilson falls down, Ingram takes advantage of it. Strong move to the hole, but no, they're gonna call a jump ball. So that stays with Lake Highland.
Both teams are really working hard. You can hear the feet squeaking on defense. My college coaches always say, I don't hear those feet squeak.
But Waymay cleans it up. 35-24, under 4 to play. Gotta get up, gotta get a shot off. They do, no good. We'll go to the fourth quarter of action right now. 35-24, Lake Highland in command. There's a good one brewing here. Let's see if Jackson can claw back and make this entertaining. You're watching Hoops on SSB. This is the Battle on the Island Tournament Championship in the Gold Division. We'll be back after this.
Sunshine State Broadcasting presents Battle on the Island.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster.
SSBJax.com.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
SSBJax.com, the place to find it. And on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Keep abreast of everything we're doing coming ahead in 2025. Going to give some shout out and some love to David Wilson's dad, David Sr., watching the ball game tonight. We appreciate that. Also want to send some love to Leo from the National Postgrad Sports Network, checking in with us tonight. We appreciate all of you watching on YouTube.
That's right, appreciate those fans.
A lot of great basketball has been played over the last couple of days, and we get a foul, and so now they're going to call the kickball there.
You know, for any opponent to hold Jackson to 24 points through 3 quarters, I mean, that's a heck of a job.
That's saying something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That didn't happen often against this team.
No, that is a feat. And that's good. Jackson gets a much-needed basket there.
That's one thing about the Tigers. They aren't going to stop coming. They're going to play until the final buzzer sounds. So Lake Highland's got to be ready, you know, to defend one final run from Jackson.
Yeah, I expect the Tigers to make a real deep push here late. Don't expect them to be out just yet. Oscarson commits his second foul. It's the first team foul of the quarter. 3-point play not complete. Score stays 35-26. 9 points is your difference. R.J. Ingram now bringing the ball up for Lake Highland. Hagopian on the floor, as is Atwal, Madueme, and Oscarson. Nice pass. Well, they like to do that backdoor cut. They did it again.
That's beautiful, beautiful basketball.
Textbook. Coach Bo Clark at Flagler College used to call that the pass and cut. Shot from the outside. Ooh, pretty. Tayshawn Thomas from downtown. Oscarson to Ingram. Puts that right hand down. Kick it out, Madueme takes a step. Gotta watch the reach foul there. A little bit of contact, gotta be patient with the hands. Official's not calling it. Oscarson rotating around, there's Atwal. Hagopian. Nice pass, trying to do a little give and go. They try the backdoor cut again, doesn't fly. Oscarson kicks it outside. Hagopian finds his way into the lane, has the ball blocked. Jackson on the move. Here comes Simmons. Simmons picks up his dribble. No foul. He hits the deck. Clock continuing to run, 6 minutes to go. Atwal. Pass. Ingram, Madueme. Downtown, no good. Called in by Thomas. Terrell Mosley now. Matched up with Oscarson. And we're going to get a foul. Looks like Oscarson's going to get called for the block. That's Oscarson's third, second team foul. So far, Oscarson is the only player on either roster in foul trouble.
And how fast and aggressive this game has been, you know, that's surprising that you don't have many guys in foul trouble. Says a lot about the discipline on defense from both teams.
Absolutely. Very clean game overall. And they're going to call the foul there. Call the foul on Hagopian. That's his second, third team foul. Now, this is the part where Lake Highland's got to maintain that discipline now. His fouls are starting to add up. We've only got one more to give before they send Jackson to the line.
Absolutely. Jackson with a big opportunity here to cut this lead down now to at least 7.
Kind of got to go against their grain here, you know, scoring when the clock is stopped. Try to claw their way back in here. The bucket's good there. Thomas 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. We've got R.J. Ingram pinned deep. He'll get some help. Oliver Berman back on the court now. He'll get a pass. Hagopian kicks it out. Atwal, good move. Not strong enough. Picks up his rebound, and he gets fouled on the floor. Foul is on Tavion Lawson. That's his first team foul this quarter. So from underneath, Ingram looking for somebody to cut in. Brings it out top to Madueme. Hagopian loses it. Loose ball. Nope, didn't have a timeout called there. The Jackson didn't have clear possession. Shinwell wanted it, didn't get it. Ingram Call the 5-second violation, or no, we call timeout. Lake Highland, they were close.
Smart timeout call by Ben Frederick.
I'll take 30 here. Coach Shimwell is trying to plead his case there about why he didn't get timeout called earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if he had possession of the ball. I think he was trying to make that pass while he was on the ground.
Yeah, I think it was 50-50 either way. I mean, Coach Shimwell trying to call it real quick. You know, and that's a judgment call by the officials. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, it's just in his opinion. There's no replay, thankfully, in high school ball. Otherwise, we'd be here all night. Because I know how long those replays go.
Oh, yeah. A lot of time left here in this ball game. Could come down to free throws and turnovers.
37-30 now, not insurmountable. This Jackson team can score quick. Lake Highland back to it. Here's Atwell again. Too strong on that one. Long distance. Jackson tries to get a rebound. They turn it over. And that's also what Jackson needs right now. Get some empty possessions.
Yeah, 2-2-1 press trying to slow Jackson down.
Finger rolls, but he'll get the oh no, they're going to call it offensive. I thought that he did not have his feet set, but officials say he did. Tayshawn Thomas with the power move to the hole, and I'm watching that on my delayed feed here, and yeah, he definitely didn't. Definitely charged that one, so tough call. So the lead remains 7, 4:38 to go. Oscarson trying to trap him in the corner. Running a similar press that Jackson's running. Give it to Medweme, good. Feed the beast, 39-30, 4.5 minutes to play. Simmons speeds it up, tries to get a pass out. They can't save that one. That would have been a Gatorade bath.
I think Jackson's got to realize here is 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Still a lot of time.
Yes, no need to rush.
Just stay within yourselves, keep making the plays, and get some defensive stops.
Oscarson now rushes across half court. They trap him in the corner there, and they're going to get a jump ball, which is going to go to Lake Highland. So that kind of plays into Jackson's favor a little bit, getting the possession arrow back. So the officials have agreed now. Possession arrow is correct. Pass. Shiva Atwell there. Oscarson kicks it out. Ingram will give it back up top. Atwell puts the left hand down, switches, and then Ingram will pull back.
Looks like Lake Highland's going to try a little bit of stall game to get some time off the clock.
Oh, Ingram with a great drive to the lane, but that is blocked cleanly. And boy, he bought it too. He pulled that defense out. There was a wide open strike to the lane. Nobody home. He had that good dribble drive, but good pursuit by the Jackson defense to swat that away cleanly and just force it under the baseline. 3
minutes and 50 seconds left. 9-point game. I'm telling my team in this situation, all we want is free throws and layups.
Medweme misses that one. Empty possession there. That's exactly what Jackson needs. Wilson pulls up, gives it out to Simmons.
Lake Highland sitting in this zone, trying to stop the penetration from Jackson.
Wilson kicks it out. There's a 3-ball. And a foul.
Ooh.
Jaden Williams gets contacted after the shot. Call the foul on Ingram. That is his second and the 4th team foul for Lake Highland, and that's going to be a troublesome situation here.
This is huge because, you know, here you are, 9-point lead. You got a chance to cut this to a 2-possession game with still plenty of time left on the clock, so hopefully Jackson can capitalize on these free throws.
Jaden Williams for his first of 3. Does the first one. Beautiful stroke on that. Gets that second one. Down to 7.
Coach sending out orders to his guys.
Yep.
That's a coach who's prepared.
And 3. That's 3 the hard way. Cuts it to 6. Try that trap again. Full court press. No foul. Kick it out.
That's good ball movement.
Excellent passing by Lake Highland to keep that away. Avoids the Jackson pressure. Dueme gives it to Ingram. Ingram drives in. Got to watch that baseline. And loses the ball, and they're going to stay down there. .307 to go. Atwell. Ingram pulls it out, top. Tries to draw the defense away and then gets fouled on the floor. Call the foul on Mosley. That's his first, 13 foul.
You know, Ingram with his size and athleticism, man, he puts so much pressure on defenses when he attacks the basket.
It's kind of like a LeBron James quality to his ball movement, too. He kind of powers his way in using that big body. So here he goes again, but a wise kick out there, unselfish play.
Lake Highland using the clock, trying to get as much time off as possible.
Dueme for 3. That's no good. Grow tries to get that. There's a kickball, and Jackson turns it over. Down 6, and again, another empty possession for Lake Highland. They've had a couple of opportunities to try to extend the lead. And this is what you were talking about, Coach. Jackson clawing back.
Oh, costly turnover.
That's not good.
You needed that possession.
Simmons is just beside himself right now. He is not having the game he wanted to. Got to overcome that with 2.5 minutes to play. Playing deep. 3 men pressure by Jackson. They break it.
Again,
Ingram.
Here's that stall, trying to get time off the clock.
Shorten this up. They know how quick Jackson can move.
Jackson's fighting to get a turnover, force a turnover here.
Stabbing at the ball, pushing him back. Tipped. Dueme gets the roll, no. And a rebound, and they finally break through. All that time ticked off, though. Here comes Wilson. Wilson, coast to coast. He'll get a foul. Call the foul on Brandon Grow. That's his first. That's 5 team fouls now, so Jackson will shoot no matter what.
And this is what Lake Highland's trying to do. They're trying to stall and not give Jackson many more possessions on this game.
Wilson to the line there. First one's good. Cuts it down to 5. Yeah, you can't really give 3 points there to Jackson, especially now with that deficit. So Lake Highland will see if they can box out here. Continue running the clock.
You know, this has been one heck of a championship game. Both teams playing extremely hard, getting after it, great ball movement, excellent hustle.
Full timeout called by Jackson. 1:48 to go. 39-35 our score. So to reset really quickly, Highland has got 3 timeouts left, 3 fouls. They have 1 to give. Andrew Jackson with 3 timeouts left. They have been pushed into the bonus here. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. So Jackson has 1 foul to give. They will shoot from the free throw line no matter what on any foul. 4 points is the deficit right now. Just a 2-possession game.
You know, we know Lake Highland's going to try to, again, extend this possession, try to keep the ball away from Jackson. And Jackson's got to come out and try to do everything they can to force a turnover here in order to get another possession. They've
done so for the last couple of minutes. Lake Highland has had some opportunities to break 40 points, and they haven't done it yet. So Jackson's just sort of tiptoed back in.
Such a good defensive battle when you see these low-scoring games. Teams are hustling. Teams are boxing out, limiting the opponent to one-shot opportunities. And so, you know, again, defense wins championships, man.
Sure
I love
does.
it when they're putting everything on the line.
Oh, yes. And again, these last two championship games have been excellent contests. Kind of come down to the wire, and then one team just separates. Pass out, and they're going to play keep away. Ooh. Lake Highland trying to run this down. They get a pass to Atwell, swatted away. There's a turnover. Here comes Simmons. Here's a chance to redeem himself, and he does. Timeout called by Jackson. 39-37, 1:25 to go. Jahari Simmons struggled all night, gets a defensive play. He's been playing really well on defense, and then finally converts on the layup. 30-second timeout called by the Tigers.
This thing starts to get closer and closer. You know, as a coach, you start thinking to yourself, you know, when you go into that stall, you know, are you playing not to lose, or are you playing to win, you know?
Yeah,
and,
there's a bit of gamesmanship going on now because, you know, you look at it, and what's funny about that is that I talked to Coach Frantrick last night about Ponte Vedra. He almost sounded like he was not confident that they were going to win the game, and they did. They played really well. And then talking to him, looking ahead to the Jackson game, he still gave me that impression. He's, you know, a little bit of anxiety about playing these teams right now. So I hope he can just let his kids go on court here if they want to try to win this.
There's the pressure. He's got a timeout.
They did.
Lake Highland called the timeout.
So full timeout called by Lake Highland. They've only got 2 left. The fans behind us here are really calling for a traveling violation, and they're not going to get it. So Lake Highland gets the timeout full. 1:18 to go.
Speaking of Coach Fratrick, you know, you were saying that sometimes, you know, he's not sure he's going to win the game. Sometimes as a coach, you know, you're humble, you know, you say those things, but you go in the locker room and you fire your guys up, you know.
I mean, you're laying into some butts at that point.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Letting them have it.
Oh, yeah. A little psychological thing going.
Absolutely. Well, getting back to your Fleming Island squad, I mean, this is one of the best teams that you've had in a number of years right now. And there's some youth on this team, too. So you got a kind of a youth revolution showing out a little bit. Got a stud in Carson Crawford, who's been your big man in the center. You know, you have some great perimeter shooting coming out with Greenidge, Bryce Robinson. You know, it's been a real joy to watch those kids this year. What are you looking forward to coming out of the holiday break and, you know, getting back into the January part of the season where district schedule starts heating up, and you guys are leading in the district right now. You got a lot to close out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to these guys coming back recharged, fresh, and making a run in January. You know, no more 3 consecutive games.
Yeah, back to business as usual. Ingram hauls in that long pass. He tries to put a bucket. What a swat! And was that David Wilson? I didn't get an angle on that one. I'll have to check my delay here, but
yes, David Wilson.
That was a palm full of basketball, swatting that to the turf. And I'm going to see that here real quick before they get that inbound.
We said Jackson.
No, that was actually Tavian Lawson that did that. Wilson was in on the play, but Atwell now trying to run it down. 1 minute approaching.
We told you Jackson was going to make one last run to try to win this game. Good play by Lake Highland.
They scored there. They got to move quickly. Under 1 minute to play. Quick dish. Head fake. Wilson tries to take it himself. Can't get it. Loose ball. Madweme. Oh, that's going to get recovered by Wilson, and he's going to get fouled.
That's an intentional.
That is.
Looks like he grabbed him by the waist, and they're discussing it.
Either way, if it's a personal foul, it's going to send Jackson to the line. They're going to score it.
They're going to score the basket. Wow.
Going to call a foul on Ingram. That's his third, an intentional foul. 41-39 is the score. and now they're going to send David Wilson to the line to try to complete a 4-point play.
This is such a huge turn of events here.
Wilson gets the first one. Dad's watching this one, kiddo. Bury this one. He does. Right on cue, coach. It clawed back.
Tie game. Jackson has the ball, and it's unfortunate, you know. Two possession game. I don't know if you just allow him to have that basket instead of wrapping him up from behind like that.
Just give it to him at this point. Jackson's got the ball. Lake Highland can't foul now. They've got more than five, so they're going to end up sending them to the line either way. Oh my goodness, could we be looking at overtime?
Jackson look like they're going to wait for one shot. They're going to hold for the last shot.
Simmons, very high. Watch that half-court line. They are running it down, 20 seconds.
If I know the Simmons I think I know, he's going to go for the game winner. He wants the ball in his hands.
Down to 10 seconds in regulation. They're going to get some help, get a screen, get a pass off. Lost the handle on it, just going to throw that one up deep. That's good!
Oh my
That's the game!
goodness.
That's the game! Andrew Jackson buries a three! Redemption for the Tigers as they take hardware here at Fleming Island. Oh my goodness! The officials have been quickly escorted off the court. What an unbelievable turn of events. And Andrew Jackson does the unthinkable and wins the game. Wow.
That's an unbelievable shot. Unbelievable game.
Oh my. Well, we need to go give out some hardware, Coach. Let's get these guys settled. We're going to switch it up and do our trophy presentation. Stand by right here on SSB.
Sunshine State Broadcasting presents Battle on the Island. Sunshine State Broadcasting presents Battle on the Island.
On SSB, what an exciting finish. But first, let's give a congratulations and a hard-fought tournament to the Highlanders from Lake Highland Preparatory School down in Orlando. They're our tournament runners-up in the gold division. All right. I'm sure for these gentlemen, this feels like a little bit of redemption after the last tournament they were in. Our tournament winners in the gold division. Can I get a Duval? Congratulations to your champions, the Andrew Jackson Tigers.
Hang tight as we'll be giving away the MVP trophy in just a moment.
Coach, give us 1 second.
MVP.
We're going to give away an MVP trophy real quick. But...
Hey, y'all come on. Y'all come on, get an interview. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
What up, Tigers? Yo! Hey. All right. So this must feel real good after the Fortegra, am I right?
Yes, sir.
It's a little something to put under the Christmas tree tonight. All right, so y'all have been clawing back the entire game. They had y'all for a little bit. You know, Simmons a little cold tonight, but then you heated up towards late. A great defensive play towards the end there. But where did y'all come from to finish this game off? Somebody answer the question.
Just a whole team of dogs.
Hey, we just dogs.
Team full of
Attitude
dogs.
and effort,
man.
James Middleton, he gave us a great behind speech at the start of the fourth quarter. Gave us a great speech. James, it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys played your butts off. You've had 2 really good tournament runs. Y'all ready to take a little bit of a break and come out slinging in January?
Ain't no breaks, man. Ain't no breaks. Ain't no breaks.
Oh, yeah, y'all still going. Coach Byron, you got a class act in these kids right now. What a heck of a finish late. I mean, your blood pressure and your heart rate got to be through the roof right now.
They do this every day. They go to work every day, seriously. They compete every day in practice. So in the game when we down, I'm really never worried because I know they'll keep playing.
Absolutely. So, all right, fellas, do you think we need to bring our cameras out to Main Street now? Every day. All right, well, y'all do it. Give me one more Duval.
Duval!
Andrew Jackson, your tournament champions in the gold division. There's a lot going on and a lot of love in Jacksonville. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. That was really fun to watch, and I'm exhausted. What a tournament, what a finish. For SSB, our producer, Courtney Wallace, Aaron Belchamber on the camera, Oliver Belchamber doing the score tonight. For Michael Hayward, Travis Chandler, Travis Cunningham, AD here, and, of course, all of the staff over at Orange Park for Thursday night. We're tired. We're going to go take a long winter's nap. For Hoops on SSB, this has been BP. And we're going to turn it over and do the MVP trophy presentation. But I'm going to turn it over to the court for there. And I will see you guys next year in 2025. Let's watch this trophy presentation for the MVPs.
All right, our MVP from Andrew Jackson Tigers. Jahari Simmons, MVP of the tournament. Gold bracket. Got a couple of all-tournament team players from Jackson as well. They're going to join Jahari there in midcourt for one final picture. Then we'll be ready for
season. All right, everybody, thank you for being here, being the champions of the gold division. You get to help us clean the gym. Baby? Baby? Hey, you could help us out a little bit if you could. There's trash around where you're seated. On your way out, just drop in all those trash cans. We hope you guys have a great holiday Christmas season. Thank you for participating in Battle on the Island. Safe travels home.
Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfan.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park.
All right.